Hey, the baby pooping. Oh, good job, Dad. Do you have your first poop in the house? Yeah. I'll have to hide your private parts. There we go. That's better. Guys, why is he knocked out while David's just wiping his butt?
He likes that.
Mom, he's just knocked out.
Oh shit, it's coming out again. Oh.
Look, I'm hiding it on my camera.
Look. Dang.
You got those legs out there, squeezing it out. Squeeze
Daddy,
it out,
honey.
Mother.
Yes, it is recording.
Why is it
Turn it on us. You okay, sweetie? Okay.
quick?
Baby's
So
trying to
maybe he
eat
would
from
be
Daddy.
For you, since he's so little, he might be better the way you were normally holding him.
Bree, thanks for the
No,
bad advice.
that's what I told her, but he can smell her. Let me get out of there with the dirty diaper in my hand.
Bless you.
It does seem like we're meant for each other. I mean,
Bless you.
Is someone happy? We're going to our first doctor's appointment today. Yeah. Go get checked out, see what's going on. We got Daddy in the front.
When you put no camera on me?
Maybe DJ. Growing all big. He's been in this world for 5 days. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This ankle is not my best, and this is how I look pretty much all the time now. Yeah, I was gonna try and look decent for this vlog, but it's taking me forever to even get this thing filmed. So I decided I was gonna come out after a shower and finally video and answer some questions and talk about mom life so far. So yeah, I feel like the way I look right now answers it for you. On my Instagram, a week back, I posted if anyone had any questions to kind of guide this first post labor and delivery vlog. This was supposed to be up after 1 week. As you guys saw, the highlights were some of DJ's first 5 to 7 days of life. But I'm now just a little bit over 3 weeks postpartum because, yeah, this is when I'm getting to it. So, so yeah. But yeah, thank you to everyone that did watch my labor and delivery video and commented and, just gave me all the words of encouragement and blessings thrown my way. I really appreciate all of them. I read everything. If you Instagram DM'd me or messaged me, I tried to read every single one. So I really appreciate everyone doing that and taking the time out of their day to do that, because it meant a lot to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just answer some of these questions because most of it is what I was gonna kind of talk about anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer them, and all of these are to do with labor and delivery questions. I know you guys saw the video, but actually talking a little bit about it and then about just the experience so far. So okay, we'll go ahead and get into the first one is so far, do you have any pros or cons to motherhood? The biggest con so far is just sleep. You don't sleep like you used to. I guess we'll just leave it as that. Before I got pregnant, it was okay with 4 hours of sleep, but it was 4 hours of straight sleep. Now DJ feeds during the day. He'll sleep for 2-3 hours at a time and then feed, but for some reason at night he's literally up every hour and a half for feeding. My hair is really annoying me. But he's up every like hour and a half for feeding, and it just, it definitely is a lot. So that would definitely be the number one is a con, is just the lack of sleep, which can just make you a little bit like droggy all the time and really unmotivated during the day. Like I've just kind of been chilling. I am, taking the time to rest myself, but that's the biggest con. And the biggest pro, it's all just, it really is a feeling like you can't explain. Literally, I was like in shock the first like couple of days DJ was here. I couldn't believe that he was actually here. But the biggest pro is just like knowing, especially like I'm breastfeeding, so knowing that like this like little tiny human, literally like he needs me. Like if you ever like start doubting yourself or like have a day where you're like, I can't do this, like I don't know if I'm ready for this, like I just would like look at DJ and he'll instantly remind me like, no, like I need you, like someone genuinely cannot survive without you right now. So that's the biggest pro, is you feel like always know your purpose, because you have your child there to just kind of look at and like remind you like this is your purpose, this is you're needed, like he needs me, if that makes sense. So that was kind of broad, but I'm still new. Like I said, it's a little over 3 weeks, so that'd be the biggest pro and con that I've had so far. My next was, during labor, did I tear and did it hurt? I did, which is crazy because DJ did come early, so he was only 5 pounds and 10 ounces, which they said that most babies who are born at that size, like they needed like NICU time or nursery time, but DJ didn't. Like we were there for 2 days and then they let him go. DJ didn't need any extra time, which is a blessing. I was really grateful for that. He was fully developed, he was latching and feeding correctly, so we didn't have to go through any of those other stresses. So I was very, very, very thankful for that. But I did tear. I actually tore in 4 places. So imagine if he would have been the size baby he was supposed to be. If he would have went full term, he'd probably be about like 9 pounds. So I actually tore. I didn't even know this till my husband told me. I knew I had tore, but like I couldn't see what she was doing, but my husband was watching. I had tore in 4 places, so like literally top, bottom, side. So I didn't end up, they were all grade like category 1 tears, so I didn't end up having to get a ton of stitches, but I did have to get like 4 different sets, which was very uncomfortable. Recovering from stitches does hurt. Like the first time I went to pee, and especially like poo, like I was like freaking out. I was so nervous. The little bottle that they give you to squirt up there like saves you. Like I just squirted the whole time because I was so afraid it was gonna burn like hell. Like yeah, going to the restroom after giving natural birth is like I was so nervous. It was pretty intense. But yeah, so I did tear, and did it hurt? I honestly didn't feel myself tear. Like you feel like the ring of fire, what they call it. So when your baby's head is like crowning, like literally it's like at its most stretch and it's about to pop out, they call it the ring of fire. That burns. Like in the video I'm literally screaming, it burns, like it burns so bad. And I think that was when I was starting to tear. So if that's when I tore, then yes, I felt that. It burned like a bitch. But like literally as soon as like his head was out and like I felt it, like people aren't lying when they say like the pain goes away. Like I didn't even feel it. Like it wasn't even that bad once I got it in my arms. Like I was like, oh. And when she was stitching me up, like she numbs you with the lidocaine. The like worst part is her like putting the needle in there to numb you. But like I said, your baby's in your arms the whole time. So while she was stitching me up, I was just like staring at him. So I wasn't even like focused on her doing that. So yeah, that was my tearing experience. I didn't tear too bad, but I think my stitches are already like almost gone, so that's good. So yeah, because I'm not having a lot of pain down there anymore, so that's really good. A little bit of bleeding, but not too much pain. TMI. This whole video is going to be TMI, just in case I didn't say that beforehand. Did I plan to go natural, or did it just happen due to time? No, I did plan. My whole plan from the get-go, no matter when DJ came, was to go natural. I told myself, like, no ifs, ands, or buts, you're going to do this unless you need a C-section. I was planning on having a lot longer labor. That's actually a question, did it go? I'll wait to answer that, but I was planning on having a lot longer labor, and so at first, I had got really nervous because I was in, like, so much pain, and I was like, the nurse, she hadn't checked me. Last time she had checked me, I was only at a 2. And she was like, oh, you're probably not that dilated. It's going to take a lot longer than this. And so I was in so much pain that I was like getting nervous. I was like, if I'm only at a 3 or 4, like, I don't know if I can do this the rest of the time. But then when she checked me, I was a 6 going on 7. And then within 28 minutes, I was pushing. So, like, I am grateful that, my body progressed. And so, yeah, I did plan to go natural. That wasn't just something that, they offered me pain meds and I said no, I didn't want them. And that was in my birth plan prior, which I didn't get to share my birth plan with you guys. So that makes sense why you don't know that. I had the video prepared and then I had him. So I was like, fuck this. Is labor hard? Yes, it is. Like I said, even though mine was short, like, my whole process was 7 hours, which I said I'm thankful for. It still was very hard. It was, my air conditioner turned on. It was very hard. It was a lot on the body. Like, I'll say, like, actual, like, labor, like, up to when you get the baby in the arms it's so tiring. Like, I feel for those women that are in it for like 24, even 15 hours. Like, it's so tiring, especially like for me. Mine went so fast that my contractions were back to back. Like, I didn't have like a 7-minute contraction, a 5-minute contraction. It was like when they started, they literally started coming every like 2 minutes, minute and 30 seconds for like 4 hours. I did not have relief. And she, like I said, they thought I was exaggerating until they looked at the screen. And she was like, wow, she's having a contraction every like minute and 30 seconds for like the past 2 hours. And I was like, I know, like, I told you guys that. Because I was, like, it was intense. And so it was just very, like, it literally feels like imagine like running a marathon and then working and then trying to live and then running again. Like, my body was so tired. And I'm someone that, worked out the whole pregnancy, but I was still so tired. So yeah, it's hard. Contractions hurt really bad. You just have to really, find, that's another question, but you have to find your mojo on how to get through them. They hurt really, really bad. Like, no matter what size your baby is, your contractions are your contractions. So that, like, hurts like hell. Pushing, for me, like I said, pushing actually gave relief because I was able to do something during the contraction, but it hurt and it was very frustrating, like, not just getting him out. I pushed for like 20-25 minutes. So it's just like a lot. Like, I was so exhausted afterwards, and you still can't sleep because like you have the nurse and they're constantly coming in, checking you and checking the baby. And yeah, like, it just, yeah, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's worth it. Like, I would definitely do it again, and I would do it again natural, like, every time if I could. Like, to me, it's worth it. I didn't want those drugs in my body. I didn't want epidural in my spine, like, any of that. So yeah, I feel like I'm recovering a lot better because I honestly didn't get any of that. So that's just me though. Next, did my delivery, here we go. Did my delivery go as planned? Besides DJ coming early, yes, my delivery went as planned. Something even shocked me because they were a little easier, I went in, my water broke on its own, which is great. That's what I wanted. I went in, my body naturally progressed, naturally dilated, and it became, it thinned out the way it should. I didn't have to have Pitocin or anything like that. My contractions, like I said, they were as bad as people say. Definitely the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, like, for sure. Definitely was the worst. But I found, my way to get through them, and my husband was really supportive, so that helped a ton. What else? Besides me going so fast, I didn't expect for my body to progress so fast, but like I said, that's a blessing. I'm so thankful that, my body did everything it was supposed to do, like, quickly. So I'm happy for that, and I got to have my baby here, in a good time. Pushing everything. I didn't know if I'd tear or not. Like I said, I did tear, so that was kind of something I was, like, up in the air about. You don't know. So, I did. So, it was the plan. I didn't want to have an episiotomy, but I said I was open to it if I was going to tear bad, which I didn't. So, I was glad that we didn't even have to cross that road. The after stuff is what, like, surprised me the most. So first, everyone said it hurt so bad when you got your cervix checked. That didn't hurt me. Like, I was just kind of like I said, uncomfortable, yeah, but was it painful? No. Like, I don't know what y'all's doctors were doing, but that was not painful. And she told me it shouldn't be painful, just a little bit of discomfort. So I think I may have a really high pain tolerance. Like, giving birth made me realize that I think I actually have a pretty high pain tolerance. So that's good. And then everyone told me that after, when they like push on your stomach after you give birth to make sure that you're not hemorrhaging and like your uterus like feeling like it's normal, everyone said that hurt so bad. It didn't hurt. Like, yeah, when she came in and she'd push, I was like I would just like take a breath. Like, it doesn't feel comfortable. Like, I was looking at her like, you done yet? But it didn't hurt to where I was like, like in pain. I wanted to cry. Like, no, like it was not that bad to me. But like I said, that's just me. Like, that's my body. It's my experience. So, like I said, I think I actually might have a really high pain tolerance, which makes me happy because I didn't think I did. But after giving birth, like, I definitely, the nurses were like, are you sure this is your first time? And I was like, work out, it helps. But yeah, so that was like, it is what it is. But yeah, so it did go as planned. To answer your question, everything went as planned. And I think how like I really envisioned like a childbirth, like a perfect childbirth, like I had that. I had pictures, I had videos, I had experience, like, so I'm really happy with how that went. What helped the most during labor? Oh my goodness, so finding like your zen. So at first, like, when my contractions first started, like my husband even said he got nervous because I was not handling them correctly. I was getting flustered and getting upset, and like I was like constantly moving around. Like, do I want to be in the water? Do I want to be on this ball? Nothing was giving me relief. And then finally, like, I thought I was going to want to be like in water, like on my back, like on the ball. I was not like that at all. The only position that felt comfortable for me was to be in bed on my side with, it's like a peanut ball. It's like looks like a peanut shaped ball. I put it between my legs and I would just squeeze it when I had contractions, and I make like this noise. And I practiced like hypnobirthing before labor. So hypnobirthing, like I just like literally would find like a point in the room and just like look at that point and just go through like a series of like breaths that I would take. So, and they're really like low pitch like noise I would make in every contraction. You guys saw in the video, my labor and delivery video, I would just make that noise, and that like is literally what got me through. So I would say like the biggest thing of getting through like labor and naturally is practice beforehand, practice your breathing, find like something that makes you comfortable, and that's what I did, and I used those techniques during, and they seriously helped so much. And then of course having like a support person, like David was there holding my hand and just like reminding me like, you can do this, like you've prepared for this. So that would be like my biggest advice is freaking practice and prepare, because you can prepare for labor. Don't let anybody tell you can't. You definitely can. I did, and it helped. Is there anything that you don't eat while breastfeeding? I mean, I'm still, like I said, it's a little over 3 weeks, so I'm still learning like the whole breastfeeding thing and still Googling things you should and should not eat. The only thing I wanted to start doing was taking my apple cider vinegar again every day, and you can't do that while breastfeeding. It's not really good for the baby or your milk. It can like cause like a buildup of bacteria, and so I definitely don't want DJ having that. So, but besides that, I'm really just eating very healthy, or trying to, like drinking tons of water, like a gallon a day. Like I try to finish like 7 or 8 of these things a day. I've started eating lots of oatmeal, drinking Body Armor, anything with like coconut milk in it, avocado, just really trying to like give my body the nutrients it needs, because I won't lie, like I do feel like breastfeeding it's tiring, and it does take a little bit from you. So just trying to eat like really healthy. But in terms of what I like am not eating, like I said, I haven't really counted anything out yet, but if it's something weird, I definitely have been like researching, like, can you have this while breastfeeding? And of course, no sups yet. No supplements while breastfeeding. How long did it take you till you felt like a mom? I feel like that answer is still like ongoing. I would say like the first like couple days was like a blur. Like I'm happy I had videos from it, because it really was like a really big blur. Like it took me a minute. I would say like even still now, because like newborns, they don't really like, they just like sleep, eat, and poop. But now DJ is starting to actually be more like awake and alert, and he'll like look at us kind of and his little like smiles. So I would say that's like the first time like that he like had like a big smile on his face, and I was feeding him, and he just like smiled, and then he just looked so happy, and the little head fell back, and I call it his milk drunk phase, when his little mouth came open. And I think that was after, it was like my 2nd or 3rd day home, And that's when like it really hit me hard. Like I actually started crying. I was like, I love him so much. Like this is like my son. Like I created this. So I would say, yeah, it took like a few days, but not that I didn't feel like I was a mom. It just felt like a shock, like a blur. But after a few days, it like hit me like, wow, you did this. Like this is your son, and yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. What are you excited to do now that you're... Well, actually, I'll answer this one first. Did I FaceTime my parents while in labor? No, and my mom was upset about that. My mom actually asked my husband, like, will you FaceTime us? Like, literally, like, during, like, mid, like, I was about to start pushing. And David asked me, like, they want to know if we'll FaceTime him. And I was like, no. Like, I don't even remember answering him. Like, I was seriously in so much pain at that point that I just wanted to push. I wanted him out. And I really just wanted David to, like, be there helping me through. I really wanted it to be like a me and my husband experience. And some people might be like, why? Like, that's your mom and dad. But that was just, like, me. Like, I wanted it to just be David and I. I was our first child. Like, didn't want it to be clouded by David sitting there holding a phone the whole time, like, FaceTiming, you know. Which I know my mom was upset about it, but not too upset to where like, she was mad. And she just wanted to see it. But I'm glad that David did videos so she could at least still have that experience to see, you know, what exactly happened in the room. But yeah, I don't regret saying no, because I wanted it to be just like a me and my husband type like bond and an experience, like having our son come in to the world together. So that was what my personal opinion on it. So what am I excited to do now that I'm not pregnant is to drink alcohol, and of course and to start lifting heavy weight. I love lifting heavy. Like, I know at first I'm gonna have to like take it easy, and like I haven't started working out yet besides like little walks, and I really want to start doing ab workouts, but I have just been like completely lazy, and yeah, I haven't really started like doing anything but besides walking. But I'm gonna try to start doing ab workouts, but I'll probably take I will take the first few weeks to a month to just really get back into it, start trying to get back into running, just getting my endurance back up, so like low weight, band work, things like that. But then I really want to start trying to build back up my muscle that I had, and like my weight. I love lifting heavy. That was what I missed the most during my pregnancy, was being able to lift heavy. And running. I miss running so much. I'm so excited to go for like a long 5-mile run. I love running. It's relaxing to me. So running, lifting heavy, and drinking alcohol, what I missed the most during pregnancy, and I can't wait to start doing all three. I've already had some alcohol. Had a glass of wine. It was great. So, so yeah, that's what I miss definitely the most. How much weight, last question, how much weight total did I gain during pregnancy, and did I lose any muscle mass? Total, so when I was pregnant starting out, I weighed 155, I'm 5'8", by the way. Well, I'm like 5'8", I'm like 5'8 and a half, they always say and a half, so I'm like almost 5'9", but I had weighed 155 pounds, which I was in the best shape of my life. Like, I was 155 pounds, but I was like lean, muscle, like the butt was good, everything was good. I was like 150 in the morning when I woke up, but 155 after I ate and had water during my day. So my final weight that I had got weighed actually the day before I went into labor at my appointment, and I was 193 pounds. So 193. I was probably gonna hit 200 if I was still pregnant, because I'm still technically supposed to be pregnant right now. So 193. So what is that? 155 to 195 would be 40 pounds. So 37. I gained 37 total pounds, which is, yeah, it was 37 actually, now that I say that, during pregnancy, which is a lot. I was like, what the heck is going on? But I'm already down to 172, so I got up to 193, and now I'm at 172. So I'm only 17 pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight right now, which is really good, because like I said, I haven't even started working out at all yet. I haven't really started like taking the time to like count like macros. I've just been kind of going with it, you know. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like when I start working out, it's gonna shed pretty quickly. So, and did I lose muscle mass? Yes, I lost a lot of muscle. I mean, my arms, I still have a little bit of definition in. Actually, we'll just say this, the biggest places I lost it was my back. Like, my back was like pretty ripped, and now my back is like like you can see like it's defined, but it's nowhere near what it was. So I would say in my back, my legs still look pretty defined, but like my thighs have a lot more fat and cellulite on it. So I would say I lost a lot of muscle mass, probably about like 50 to 60% of my muscle mass. So that's going to take some time, probably at least 6 to 8 months to even build like majority of that back, maybe even close to a year, depending on what programs I do. But you know, it definitely is worth it. So that's alright. But okay, guys, that is all the questions that I got, and like I said, the questions really covered everything that I really wanted to talk about, anyways. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope these questions enlightened you, or maybe answered some things you were curious about regarding labor and delivery and pregnancy, and that's kind of just my experience on it. We're good here so far. Everything's going great. Like I said, just trying to sleep and eat when I can. I'm gonna go eat now, and I will continue trying to update you guys and vlog on things that are going on. So okay, see you guys next time.